Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Great.
Down the back.
Hello everyone, I'm Hannah Bretherton. I'm the Head of Public Diplomacy at the Australian High Commission in London. Whether at Australia House or anywhere around the UK, we always begin by acknowledging the First Nations communities of Australia as the traditional custodians of our land. So I'd like to pay my respects to First Nations communities in Australia and abroad. Thank you to the London Australian Film Society and to the Australian Film, TV and Radio School for inviting me here tonight and for your ongoing partnership with the Australian High Commission. Congratulations on 50 years. It's an incredible achievement that provides an opportunity to reflect on the amazing Australian community in London, as well as the Australia-UK relationship more broadly. I'm not sure how many of you know that the London Australian Film Society actually started in Australia House 50 years ago in 1973.
Today. So since Australia House opened 110 years ago, it's been a hub for Australians in the UK, a place where people could go and watch films, read Australian newspapers, send letters to people back home, and even do their banking. Post-World War II, cinema goers would turn up to the latest film screening, and they'd find out that while they were there, they could pay £10 and immigrate to Australia. So that's where the £10 POM scheme came from. Cultural diplomacy, and film in particular, is such an important medium for storytelling, for telling Australian stories that reflect the modern and diverse society that we are today. This updated image of Australia underpins the work that we're doing at the Australian High Commission to transform and modernise the Australia-UK relationship. There's an astounding number of talented Australians in the UK, as I'm sure many of you are aware. And that talent and cultural excellence helps to continue growing our people-to-people links with the UK, as well as tourism, trade and investment by showcasing what our country has to offer. For decades, Australia House has been and remains an important place for showcasing Australian talent. Earlier this year, we had members of the Priscilla, Queen of the Desert musical from the West End in our cinema hall to celebrate World Pride being hosted in Sydney, and we followed that with a screening of the original Priscilla film. We also premiered the Disney documentary on the Matildas recently when they were here in London in April, and a big shout out to the Matildas today because they won their first match in the Women's World Cup. I'm really excited to see the lineup of short films tonight and the fact that we've reconnected after a few years and we're able to reignite our partnership with the Australian London Film Society. On an occasion like this, it's important to acknowledge and thank the volunteers backstage who've dedicated countless hours and all of their time to keeping the society running after all these years. So a massive shout out and congratulations to Laila and Steve and all of the supporters over the last 50 years. So on behalf of the Australian High Commission, thank you to the Australian London Film Society for everything you do. It's important that you continue to do what you do to support Australian creative talent and industry, and that you continue to provide a platform for connection, dialogue, and connection, sorry, I already said that, and storytelling between Australia and our friends here in the UK. So thanks very much for having me.
Thank you so much, Hannah. And yes, a big thank you to our volunteers tonight, especially.
Yes.
Speaking of the amazing creative talent that Australia produces and the AFTRS produces, we're really proud to be screening this 50th anniversary program tonight, which was curated by AFTRS, is previously screened at the Sydney Film Festival, and is a selection of films from the alumni over the years at AFTRS. And we're really pleased also to have another pair of alumni here tonight who are going to say a few words on behalf of